Last time, I talked about spring cleaning your mind. But your mind changes faster than your underwear. So, how can you ever keep up with it? You can't, unless you learn to watch it, moment by moment, for life. Now, people will ask, you mean I have to always watch my thoughts? Well, that's like asking, you mean I have to be happy all the time? Is there something wrong with that? You see, it's when you don't watch your mind, that's when you're unhappy. The moment you notice you're not happy, that's a wake-up moment. Your opportunity to shift, to come back, to compassion, to peace, to love. Research shows the happiest people are the most present. So if you stayed out of your mind all day, you'd be happy all day. But the defenders of unhappiness will push back. They'll say it's denial, delusion, Pollyanna syndrome. Let me remind you, Pollyanna was a little girl who chose to find something to be glad about in every situation. Imagine calling that a problem. No, you don't have to always watch your thoughts. Not unless you care about happiness. Those who don't probably aren't listening to this podcast. They'll say things like, but we have to feel all the human emotions. Says who? And what if you don't? If you didn't suffer, some people wouldn't believe you. Not because you're lying, but because they are still trapped, dreaming. Perhaps dreaming the dream they'd rather cling to their identity as a suffering person than risk not knowing who they'd be without it. But the only way you will find out who you are without it is to risk it. Maybe they fear happiness, afraid it will make them blind or weak. But that's just the dream talking. Because your natural state, the one your body returns to in deep sleep, is peaceful, open, relaxed. You love that state. And that's no accident. What's unnatural is contracting your whole being around a story in the mind. As long as you play that movie, you're stuck in that movie. You're dreaming. When someone suffers, not everyone suffers. To say you should suffer because someone else is like saying you should be sick because someone else is sick. Empathy isn't mimicry. It's understanding. You understand suffering and have compassion. Compassion is the wish that another not suffer. And that feeling, it doesn't hurt. It's sweet. It's made of love. You don't have to suffer at the same time, or the same way, or at all. But until we discover that, we will. You see, being awake doesn't mean emotions stop. It means they're appropriate to the moment, not to the dream. The human experience and expression is always changing, so your emotions will too. But when they're reactions to a story, not the now, they're misaligned, inappropriate. And here's the key. Your emotions aren't your identity. They're passing weather. If you were never sad again, you'd still be entirely human. Maybe even more so. But suffering is sticky. It becomes identity. And to challenge it feels like an attack. So we defend it, cling to it, build a self out of it. But that self, it's imaginary, made of stories. Still, when someone challenges your story, you feel it. Resistance, anger, attack. That's dreaming. Happiness isn't about your outer life. It's about your inner state, no matter what your outer life is. Here's a shortcut for beginners. Don't try to watch your thoughts. Watch how you feel. Notice how you feel. Don't think about how you feel. Thoughts are felt. They come with flavors: judgment, guilt, hope, shame. They come fast, but feelings linger. And when you stack thoughts up rapidly, your body reacts, builds states: hope or despair, fear or insult. You can spiral down into deep, powerful pain and suffering, believing one terrible, bad feeling story after another and dream experiencing it. If you just notice a feeling already here, you're not creating more. You're becoming awake, because every thought feeling is either pleasant or unpleasant. You can use how you feel to wake up. And if it feels bad, I say, don't accept it as real or true. Suspect it. Use it. Use the bad feeling thought to realize you're dreaming and to wake up. Shift your state. Learn to use what I call alchemy to shift your state, to switch from a bad feeling to a better feeling and a better feeling. But pay attention, because a feeling of revenge might feel good, or at least better than you were feeling, but it's impure. It doesn't do good, and it doesn't truly feel good deep down. So feel deeper. Ask not just, does it feel good, but does it feel pure? That's your compass. That's the next level. Because if you try to herd thoughts, it's like herding cats, and you'll lose. Thoughts don't need thought police. They don't need control. They don't need management. They need realization, discernment. Real emotion is presence. I recently cried watching a man's grief, not because it was happening to me, not because I believed the story, but because that's how it felt. And still, I knew. I was in my home. I was aware. I didn't lose myself in the story. That's what it really means to be human, to feel without getting lost. You don't know what someone else is feeling. You can't feel for them. You don't live in their body-mind. To say you do is to give them what I call the evil eye. I know what they're thinking or feeling. I know them. The arrogance of assuming knowledge of another's experience builds walls, not bridges. So come back to what's here, to what's real, to what's now. Come back from what's in the mind to what's in the room, and be radical about it, because you have to be extreme to reach the supreme. So do care how you feel. Make feeling good important. Guard how you feel. Accept only love, joy, compassion, or peace. Watch the mind gently, and if something feels off, you just might be dreaming. Wake up. Wake up.